Number 28. By hand, find the solution set for the following system. So we have a system of equations. 3x squared plus 3y squared equals 27. And then 3x squared plus 2y squared equals 23. So we have to find the solution to this system of equations. Okay. Just some extra knowledge. What's going on here is the first equation is a circle, and the second equation is what's called an ellipse. Okay, so you have a circle and an ellipse. I'm not sure if it looks like this or like this. I haven't thought about it too much. And you're looking for the points of intersection. Okay, that's actually what's happening. Okay, solution. So when you find the solution set to this system of equations, you have found where like these shapes actually intersect. So we'll start by maybe eliminating the x's. If you subtract, right away you can just get rid of the x's. So let's do that. Let's subtract. So 3x squared minus 3x squared is 0. 3y squared minus 2y squared is y squared. And 27 minus 23 is 4. So we get y squared equals 4. And then you can get rid of the 2 by taking the square root of both sides. So you get y equals plus or minus 2. Okay, so for each y, we have to find the corresponding x. Okay, so this is not the answer. So for y equals 2, so what you do now is you pick an equation and you plug in the y values. So I'll just use the first one. So for y equals 2, we have 3x squared plus 3 times 2 squared equals 27. So we have 3x squared plus, this is 3 times 4, so 12 equals 27. Subtract 12, so we get 3x squared equals 15. Then divide by 3, so we get x squared equals 5. And then to finish solving for x, you would take the square root, and then you get x equals plus or minus the square root of 5. So two answers are when y is 2, x is plus or minus the square root of 5. So we have to write that as an ordered pair. So the x goes first, so plus or minus square root 5. And then we said the y was 2. So that's two of the answers. Okay. To find the other answers, we have to do the same thing, but for negative 2. So let's do it. So let me write down the first equation again. It was 3x squared plus 3y squared equals 27. And so now for y equals negative 2, we do the same thing. We do 3x squared plus 3 times negative 2 squared equals 27. Then we get 3x squared. This is negative and negative, so it's positive, so it's 3 times 4, so it's 12. And you'll notice that we had that up here. So exactly the same thing is going to happen again. And so in this case, we get x equals plus or minus square root of 5, right? Same thing is going to happen. So now when y is negative 2, x is plus or minus the square root of 5. So as an ordered pair, the x goes first, and then here you put the y. And those are the answers. Again, so let me just recap this really quickly. So the first thing you do is you want to eliminate a variable, so we subtracted. We did 3x squared minus 3x squared, we got 0. 3y squared minus 2y squared, we got y squared. 27 minus 23 is 4. We took the square root, we got two possible answers, two possible y values, plus or minus 2. Then what you do is you take 2 and negative 2 and you plug them into any equation you want. Always try to pick the simplest one. We just used the first one, which is fine. When we plugged in 2, we did some math and we got plus or minus the square root of 5. So then as an ordered pair, it's x comma y. So the x came first, then came the y. Then we did the same thing with negative 2, except when we did it with negative 2, we noticed that exactly the same thing was going to happen. So we skipped all the work. And again, it's x comma y. And as you see here, we wrote the answer as x comma y. That's it.